One of the most important things that you can do before any meeting is to set the scene. Now, this is going to require you to have courage and put yourself out there, but you are a professional. Take the few seconds and set the scene with your prospect. And I suggest you use a sheet like our meeting organizer sheet. This is going to show that you're a professional. It's going to keep things on track. It's going to give your prospect an opportunity before the meeting ever starts to let you know if something's off base. It's also going to help put them in the right mental position of what they want to accomplish in the meeting. Our data shows that when you use a sheet just like this, you are going to close 64% more deals. And of the deals you close, you're going to close those deals 48% sooner. So not only are you going to close a lot more deals, but the ones that you do close, you're going to be able to close those in almost half the time. So let me show you what I am talking about here. Let me grab so I've got a meeting organizer sheet. You can download one of these from your materials there. All this is, I want you to fill this sheet out ahead of time. You've got the client's name. Notice I put their mobile number right at the top of that sheet. That way, if you're sitting there in the meeting room and they're running late, boom, you've got their phone number right in front of them. You can call them, you can text them, you can check in on them. And I'll just make one up. This one's blank. I'll just make something up here as I go along. And literally, don't just try and do this out of your head. They're going to respect the fact that you've gotten everything written out. Write it down on this sheet. Granted, this sheet is blank. I'm going to make it up, but don't make it up as I'm going to do right now. Have it written out. So let's say you're meeting with Kelly and she wants a new, I don't know, logistics provider, right? And you're a logistics provider. Kelly, hey, do you mind if I just take a quick second before we start with the meeting here, just to kind of recap my understanding of your current situation, Kelly, what's going on, just so that I make sure that we're both on the same page. Yeah, Matt, of course. Kelly, based on our last conversation, you need a logistics provider that's got a little bit more scope, that's better equipped. What's most important for you is somebody that's going to be able to have expanded pickup times. The reason why that's most important to you is, correct me if I'm wrong, your current provider, their final time each day that they can pick up is 5 p.m. And that 5 p.m. is a Monday through Friday pickup. They do not offer pickups on the weekends. What you want to discuss first is our ability to pick up between 7 and 8 p.m. on the weekdays, and then also be able to schedule some weekend pickups, okay? The reason you want to discuss that first is you're looking at opening up production for a weekend shift, and the last thing that you need is all of the materials from weekends not being picked up, clogging up the inventory bays, which are going to cause a huge bottleneck on your Monday through Friday pickups. Kelly, does all of that still match what you need? Yeah, Matt, you kind of hit it spot on there. Great. Kelly, did I miss anything? No, I think that's about it. Kelly, has anything changed since we last spoke? Well, yeah, you know what? Now that I think about it, we hired somebody that's going to be in charge of staffing out those weekend shifts. His name's Thomas. The next time we meet, I want to make sure that I introduce you to Thomas, because he's going to be who you guys are working with when you're scheduling your weekend pickups. Great. What's Thomas's last name, by the way? It's Smith. Great, Thomas Smith. Perfect. I'll make sure I grab Thomas's number from you. We'll get Thomas involved in the last meeting. Hey, Kelly, you also asked me additional information. You wanted to know if we worked with other manufacturing firms here in the Pacific Northwest. There's about 17 of them. I've actually printed out a list. I've got it here. If I forget, please remind me to give that to you before the end of the meeting. Do you see how I did that there? Use this sheet to and again, I was making it up as I was going along. Don't do that. Have it literally filled out. Now, if you have any inclination that they're going to think that's pretty, silly that I have this stuff written out ahead of time. Nobody is going to think that's silly. That's you taking an interest in them. That's you being a professional. Would you think it's silly if the pilot of the aircraft that you're about to take off in went through a checklist? Yep, we got fuel. Great. The ailerons work. Awesome. We're loaded up with all the cargo's loaded. What if they forgot your cargo, right? Oh, landing gear. Yeah, I didn't check that. Oh my gosh, we got to put air in one of the tires in the landing gear. You would be really upset if your pilot didn't go through a checklist and miss something that caused your plane to go right into the side of a mountain. Your customers don't want their companies to go into the side of the mountain. They don't want their career to go into the side of the mountain. If it's a personal sale, they don't want their family, their reputation, their happiness to go into the side of the mountain. Be professional enough to walk through with them everything that has to do with your understanding of what they need, what's most important to them, why that's important to them. That's vital for you to get that out there. What they want to discuss first, why they want to discuss that first, and then make sure that you're asking these 3 questions, because these are 3 very, very different questions. Don't stop with just one of these. Does all of that still match what you need? Oftentimes things can change. Well, no, I don't need, we actually killed the initiative on the weekend pickups, so we don't need to talk about that. Might as well find out about that right now. Did you miss anything? Okay. 2 very big reasons why you're asking, did I miss anything? Number 1, you could have missed something, right? No, you forgot. We're also doing a second facility. So I need pickups over. Oh, I spaced that out. Yeah, second facility. Great. Thank you for letting me know. Also, by saying, did I miss anything? You're giving your prospect an opportunity, like a psychological get out of jail free card, if they were withholding information from you. Let's say, Kelly was withholding the fact that the CEO is really looking at one of your competitors and actually has a friend that works there. Well, what you missed is, I just wanted to let you know that Susan is also, she's looking at ABC, your big competitor, and you guys have your work cut out for you. Susan actually went to college with their vice president of logistics. Important for you to know this. Does your buyer lie to you? Yeah, sometimes they do. Does your buyer withhold information? Absolutely, it's human nature, right? I'm not saying your buyer's a bad person, but they're not always totally honest with us, and they're not always totally forthright with us. When we ask that question, did I miss anything? It really gives them an opportunity to, if something's kind of like making them feel a little bit bad because they left out or they misinformed you on, they'll let you know. By the way, personal note, if you've got kids, like, hey, did you clean your room? Yeah, great, looks good. Did I miss anything? Yeah, I stuffed all my stinky hotkey equipment under the bed again. I thought so. Go ahead and take it out. Let's get it washed. Let's get it put away. Did I miss anything is a great line to use when you want to uncover maybe if they're withholding anything. And then, has anything changed since we last spoke? Things change. You're working in deals that are fluid. You're working in deals where things change all the time. Even if you spoke with them an hour ago, they could have been on the phone with the president of the company and Susan says, oh, well, I forgot to tell you, I went to college with the vice president of logistics over at ABC, right? Ask them. Don't leave it up to them to tell you what's changed since you last spoke. Make sure you go through all of these, all right? And then I hope you're asking before any meeting, hey, what information should I have ready for you? And then recap that on the sheet. This sheet's going to change your life. This sheet is going to help you close more deals, and it's going to help you close those deals 48% faster. The world of sales has completely changed. Today's customer has access to more information. Today's customer has more choices. The business world needs you. Studies have shown that 84% of salespeople fail to achieve their goals. The old sales training, well, it just doesn't work today. I'd like to teach you how to take the stress out of selling in a way that's meaningful to you and your customers and get you 7 times more business. I'll show you how the perfect sales process works. I'm gonna walk you through everything from prospecting to closing the deal. I'm gonna show you how to determine your prospects' wants and their needs, so you can build value in your solutions. You will learn how to handle any objection or complaint. I'm going to show you how to connect with your customer so it's easy for them to buy from you. I've taught the best companies in the world and thousands of people just like you how to hit their targets. Selling is complicated. I'll simplify it for you. There's more competition than ever before. I'm going to show you how to be number one. All of a sudden, your career it's gonna make perfect sense, even if you've never worked in sales or the corporate world before. And for the advanced sales professionals, I'm gonna show you how to take things to the next level. Easton University is a new, simple, step-by-step process that's effective in any industry, large or small. You are about to become a certified master sales consultant. I'm Matt Easton, and this is Easton University.